People keep asking whether the rules-based international order is dying. In my opinion, that's probably the wrong question. What we're actually watching is the system stop doing its job while everyone keeps using the same old language. For decades, global trade rested on one simple idea. Rules mattered more than leverage. That idea is currently breaking down. The WTO's dispute system hasn't really functioned since 2019. Cases still get filed, rulings still get written. But if a country is big enough, compliance is optional. At the same time, the largest economies are increasingly acting outside the framework they once defended. Look at what's happened just this month. In January, the United States imposed new tariffs on advanced semiconductors using national security powers, not trade law. No multilateral process, no agreed framework. At the same time, instead of tariffs on critical minerals, Washington started floating negotiated price floors, worked out country by country. Now, that is a very different model from the one this system was built on. Trade policy is no longer mainly about efficiency. It's being used as a security and leverage tool. And once trade moves into that space, predictability starts to disappear. You see it elsewhere too. Countries like China and India are filing WTO appeals they know can't be resolved, not to win, but to delay. Smaller countries are being asked to align their tariff policies with major powers just to keep access to key markets. So countries adapt. Supply chains get rerouted, not optimized. Trade between rivals shrinks, while trade through connector states like Vietnam and Mexico grows. Not because it's cheaper, but because it's safer. And as the global framework weakens, regional blocs start to matter more. So Europe is pushing ahead with Mercosur. Asia is consolidating around RCEP. Rules still exist, but they're increasingly regional, not global. So no, the rules-based order hasn't vanished overnight. But it's no longer the default operating system it was. What's emerging instead is a fragmented world where power and alignment matter more than shared rules, and where predictability depends on who you're dealing with. Once a system reaches that point, rebuilding it isn't quick, which leaves a simple question underneath all of this. If the strongest players no longer feel bound by the rules that they helped to design, what exactly is holding the system together now? And if you're a founder or executive who is actually building an international business and not just watching these shifts, I've laid out the framework that I use in something called the Blueprint for International Success. You can find it here on the channel. It's all about how to build and scale across borders deliberately, even when the environment is unstable.